Are you looking for the best Samsung watches? In this video we will look at some of the 5 best Samsung watches on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description. So make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting at number 1, Samsung Galaxy Watch 7. It's not always true that the newest generation of a product is the best generation of a product. However, that's exactly the case with the Samsung Galaxy Watch 7. Despite some absent hardware features, the Watch 7 is Samsung's most advanced watch so far. The GPS tracking has improved, for one. In our first-hand testing, we found that it still isn't quite on par with the Apple Watch in this regard, but Samsung has made notable strides in its overall sensor accuracy, that includes GPS, as well as health metrics like heart rate tracking. Samsung Galaxy Watch 7 being worn outdoors, showing the home screen. But wait, what were those missing components in an otherwise highly compelling new Samsung watch? There are, unfortunately, 3 major concessions you make with the Watch 7. We lose the mechanical bezel in this generation, wireless power share support also disappears, and blood pressure monitoring is still absent for American users. If you can look past those holes in the Watch 7's spec list, then Samsung's latest remains the fastest, brightest, most refined Galaxy Watch you can get. Number 2, Samsung Galaxy Watch Ultra. At a starting price of $650, the Galaxy Watch Ultra is Samsung's most premium wearable to date. It's made for outdoor athletes, offering a huge battery, durable materials, and quick access to exercise tracking. If you're looking for the absolute best of the best in Samsung watches, then the Galaxy Watch Ultra is your top pick. With an ultra-durable titanium chassis and brilliant 1.5-inch AMOLED display, this is a rugged yet modern watch for serious athletes and outdoors people. Is it really worth $650, though? Well, with 2 GB of RAM and the latest in Google's Wear operating system and Samsung's One user interface, it'll be a snappy, powerful tool for those who need it. It's loaded with detailed health, stress, fitness, and sleep metrics, more, truly, than the average person probably needs, but this probably isn't the watch for us ordinary folk. The battery life is nice, too, with around 2 days of use in the tank. Number 3, Samsung Galaxy Watch 5. Hopeful fitness enthusiasts in search of a bargain could do a lot worse than the Samsung Watch 5. It's driven by a slightly slower Exynos W920, which is accompanied by a drop in clock speed, but it still has a great deal to offer. The Galaxy Watch 5 may be B2 series old now, but it is a winning alternative for those who don't want to pay a lot, mainly because it has similar battery life and all the fitness tracking innards built into the Series 6 family, while costing a fair bit less. This watch has come a long way since the initial bugaboos that first affected it, not all Samsung's fault, mind you, and stands out as a viable alternative at a more wallet-friendly price. The Galaxy Watch 5 was once considered the series' mainstay for good reason, incorporating all the sensors you'd expect, including heart rate monitoring, temperature, and blood oxygen. The same goes for thorough sleep coaching, with your every snore and night disturbance finding its way into Samsung's health apps to be recorded on an array of graphs and wellness charts. Samsung is also still supporting the Watch 5 with software updates, including integration with Samsung and Android devices. Thanks to the broader scope of Wear OS 4, you still need a Samsung phone to run the ECG or blood pressure monitor features, but that applies to all the Galaxy watches supporting those features, not just this one. 2 smartwatches are on a pastel blue block. One has an illuminated display, the other is face down. Number 4, Samsung Galaxy Watch 5 Pro. It's easy to recommend the Galaxy Watch 5 Pro to outdoors types and athletes, especially when Samsung partly built it for those users. There are no charging ports out in the wilderness, but that's okay with a battery that lasts up to 80 hours. If the juice does run low, it won't happen until well into the third day of a hike. Likewise, the scratch-resistant sapphire crystal glass topping the bright AMOLED display pairs perfectly with the durable titanium case to rebuff hard knocks. A hand holding a Samsung Galaxy Watch 5 Pro with a blurred image of grass and trees in the background scrapes, bumps, and impact jarring knocks when rock climbing or making it through triathlons simply won't matter. Not when this model's sensitive sensors are wrapped up in a titanium body and sapphire glass screen. It remains the most durable of all Samsung smartwatches to date, and offers certain features we haven't yet seen in other models. One of those Island GPX route tracking, a file format you'll hear a lot about in enthusiast sports like mountain biking, though it's still only applicable to hiking and cycling thus far on the watch. You'll need a smartphone app and download source to grab hold of these turn-by-turn navigation files, which will probably incur a paid subscription to access them, too. Nevertheless, this device is a match for any sports watch. It's just big, too big for smaller wrists, because of the thicker body rather than the 45mm case. You may also want to swap out for a strap that's easy to manage given the tricky mechanism this thing uses. Number 5. Samsung Galaxy Watch Ultra. At a starting price of $650. The Galaxy Watch Ultra is Samsung's most premium wearable to date. It's made for outdoor athletes, offering a huge battery, durable materials, and quick access to exercise tracking. If you're looking for the absolute best of the best in Samsung watches, then the Galaxy Watch Ultra is your top pick. With an ultra-durable titanium chassis and brilliant 1.5-inch AMOLED display, this is a rugged yet modern watch for serious athletes and outdoors people. Is it really worth $650, though? Well, with 2 GB of RAM and the latest in Google's Wear operating system and Samsung's One user interface, it'll be a snappy, powerful tool for those who need it. It's loaded with detailed health, stress, fitness, and sleep metrics, too, more, truly, than the average person probably needs, but this probably isn't the watch for us ordinary folk. The battery life is nice, too, with around 2 days of use in the tank.